Government cut that shit right off. I ain't even know my phone, my camera was off. Hey man, it's cool. I just like walking around the block. That's yeah. I guess the government figured out what I was doing. He's like, wait a minute, he talked about this like 5 times already. What he? Oh, he on the other phone. Oh, okay. He turned that Bluetooth. Oh, you know, he turned the Bluetooth off. I mean, turn that Wi-Fi off. That's what's going on. That's how they can hit me because I keep walking past the crib. That's how they keep hitting it. They connected. Skynet is aware, man. Yo, real shit, yo. That shit. Once you start understanding the IRS and taxes and business, you start seeing what the fuck they doing, yo. This shit is wild, yo. Wow. So we need some tax form 56s. We need an 8832 tax form. What else we need? We gotta. I think we need a. What's it called? A W. Don't worry about it. I got it in there. I got it in there. Then we gotta get a WE. What's it called? WBEN forms. Now, I got to figure out because it's a WBEN. It's a WBEN and it's a WBENI for individuals. I mean, corporations, foreign corporations and shit. So now when you get your 9-8 number, you can put your 9-8 number on there and it means that you're tax foreign exempt. You know what I mean? So now, see, once you got that status under the foreign tax policy, because that's all it is. Everything is taxes. Basically, the IRS runs everything in the United States. Everything has to go through that office. All that shit is information collection. That's it. Right? And by them being a fiduciary of the United States, they just issue the cash. I mean, that's their job. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
They just issue the cash. I mean, now you could file a Form 56 and make them your fiduciary and make them liable for taxes and paying shit because they have a fiduciary responsibility. I mean, this shit is crazy. Like, it's interesting. I'm just figuring this shit out. Man, this shit make me high, man.
Like, you okay?
That shit get me high, man. I love brain shit, man. Love brain shit. This shit be giving me high shit, man. Sometimes I be looking at reading shit, watching videos on YouTube about this shit. I just sit, I just hit pause and just lay back like, yo, nobody knows this shit is going on. Just like I did when I first found out about this shit, about the UCC shit. I just laid back in the bed. My fucking head was spinning, yo. I ain't never felt like that before. I was like, yo, shit had me lightheaded and shit. I'm like, yo, all this knowledge in one swoop. Like, the fuck? Like, this shit really going on out here. Nobody knows it. Like, I said, all right, cool. I'm glad I was upstate before I came home. Filed all that fucking paperwork. And I did that shit. I was trying to find the perfect motherfucking national paper. I'm basically gonna have to motherfucking create my own, but I want something to. I want to get more information because that's the joint you're gonna be filing too. Now Jonah, see, now I understand why Jonah Bey was like, you know, he came back and he was like, yo, you do want to get citizenship in Morocco, and that's for your 9-8. I mean, because he was going over how it's the real America. I mean, so I'm like, oh, all right. He said, yeah. He was like, that's when he started going into the Moors. He was like, everybody get, you know, a little antsy about, you know, about the Moors. But he was like, we're the Moors. He said, we're their descendants. I mean, so, you know, that's our rightful, you know what I mean? Our rightful, you know, whatever. I mean, so then he went to say, he's like, I know everybody a little skittish about the, you know, the Islamic thing like that. But he's like, if you look at the Moors and their history and who they were as a people, he's like, they knew many languages. I mean, they was of many religions. He was like, they knew all that. He's like, I mean, so he's like, they didn't just stick to Islam. They went to Christianity, Buddhism, you know what I mean? Shit like that. You know what I mean? And when he started talking that shit, see, him, when I listen to his shit, I know he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? He's just a little arrogant because he's from New York. I think what he say from yeah, he's from New York. He's one of them Brooklyn dudes. You know how people from Brooklyn are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you already know he's one of them. Right. Loud and shit. Right. He's one of those. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you got to take his personality, you know, don't take it to heart. This is just how he is. A lot of people don't know how to, you know what I mean, do that. You know what I mean? They take everything personal, especially generalized statements. You know what I mean? They personalize them because they may act that way or something like that. You know what I mean? So they start snapping out at the messenger, and he's like, whoa, where'd that come from? That was just a general statement. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, he was saying the same shit, and I had to sit back and start thinking about that shit, like, damn, you know what, he right. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know, everybody keep demonizing magic and shit. If you look back in Islamic history, their sheikhs had medallions to control demons. You know what I mean? They don't want to talk about that shit, though. I read the books. You know what I mean? Christians, the same thing. Crystals, that's magic. You know what I mean? Jesus went to fucking, you know what I mean? Well, the story of what he left behind that you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't really an actual person. I mean, it was a story. I mean, a lot of people say that, you know, Jesus was Thoth the Atlantean. I mean, but the story of the Bible and what Jesus was supposed to be telling everybody was actually, you know what I mean, Thoth's teachings. Because if you read the Emerald Tablets and you read the Bible, you'll see it's the same fucking book. You know what I mean? That's why they say it was true. They switched everything around so we wouldn't understand it to keep it from, and the motherfuckers that learned what was in the Bible for real, those was the ones, you know what I mean, that they wanted to survive. I mean, everybody that fell in line like sheep, they was the slaves, and they was to be used as so. I mean, all this shit is fucking history that nobody want to talk about. I just be looking at people like, all right. That's why I'm out here living like I'm living. Everybody's stressed. Everybody's suffering from lack. I'm just like, all right. That shit don't exist in my world. I can get up, walk around the street. I got my phone bill paid, talking on the phone. I'm good.